Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute once again. I am so frustrated and mad at myself that I have gone so long without uploading a video for you guys. I mean, I did not upload a single video in the month of October, and really it's just been like a really rough 6 weeks. So before I get into everything, make sure you are subscribed and hit the bell so you don't miss any uploads, and also go follow me over on my Instagram. And oh, I forgot to introduce myself. If you're new, my name is Megan. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into everything that's been going on since I updated you guys the last time. So I don't even know where to start. I guess I will start with our appointment for Seely's head. So if you go back and watch the last couple of videos, Seely is my almost 18-month-old daughter. She was referred to Head Shape Clinic to see neurosurgery to check out the shape of her head, because she does have a really kind of narrow and long head, but it's also really tiny. Her head usually is in I want to say 12th percentile, and at one point it was 4th or 5th. So we were sent to the neurosurgeon. We did a CT scan. They found some questionable things that I talked more about in the other videos. I will link those down below. But we had to go back for a follow-up. We did not have to do repeat imaging this time, and they took more measurements, and pretty much everything looks the same as it did last time. Her head is growing and following the curve, so we don't have to do anything right this second, but we are going to go back in January and do another follow-up appointment, and at that point we might do repeat imaging, I think, just because at that point it will have been 6 months since that initial scan, so they might want to check it out and make sure nothing has actually changed in the sutures. So the other thing that Seely had this month was a speech evaluation. So I've had concerns about her speech for a while, but in order to do a speech evaluation, you have to have a hearing evaluation done by an audiologist. So once Seely had that appointment at the end of September, her hearing is perfect, by the way, which we knew. It's just kind of one of those things that you have to check off the list. When she had that done, literally a week later, she started to have an explosion of words. She just started saying so many new words that my anxiety about her speech kind of went down quite a bit. But I did have some concerns still about her tongue and how she latches, and her overall oral motor skills and strength and that kind of stuff. So we went ahead and followed through with the speech eval. Luckily, her speech is within normal limits. It's basically, she's age appropriate right now, within that range of what they'd like to see. But she does have some weird oral motor difficulties, and it could be because she still uses a passy and she's still nursing, but I'm not 100% sure that it is, just because of our history with tongue tie releases and just overall issues in that area. So one of the things that the speech therapist had us do was put a little bit of pureed baby food, the pouch. We put that on her upper lip to see if she could lick it off of her upper lip, and she indeed could not do that. So that could be, like I said, from her having the passy or still nursing. She needs the function that she has right now in order to nurse. So basically what the speech therapist said is that once she's done nursing and we're done with the passy and stuff, she should be able to gain those skills pretty quickly and easily. But she did not recommend treatment for us, but did give me like a home exercise program. But basically she said like we would be spinning our wheels because the types of exercises that we would be doing in therapy and also at home are kind of like counteracted by her still nursing and everything like that. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I'll give a quick summary for Celia's health stuff. Her head is growing well. We go back in January for a recheck, and for her speech, she's normal. We have some weird oral motor stuff we have to work through, but nursing and stuff like that might be holding us back. Okay, moving on. So I have been kind of documenting my weight loss journey. I have struggled and struggled to lose weight since having Celie, and it's kind of like at a standstill at this point, and I honestly don't know what happened, but I actually got down to like 182, 183, and now I'm hanging back around 185, 186, which is really frustrating to go backwards a couple pounds. I've literally changed nothing, but I also haven't been sleeping well either. So Celie has been having such a rough time. So she, for a while, I think I even talked about this in my last video, it was kind of like her 18-month sleep regression was hitting early, and she like wasn't sleeping, only wanted to sleep on top of me. She finally like one day just went back and slept in her bed and was sleeping all night. And then really like she was doing pretty good on and off. We were having some trouble because she like got a cold, and then she was kind of trying to still fight the cold. And then last weekend we had a yard sale at my friend's house, and her little boy is 4, and so I think Celie was trying to pick up some germs from him just because he does like go to daycare and things. And she did try to steal his water bottle. So, you know, germs. So she was trying to fight off something. And then last night she slept in her bed beautifully until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And then tonight she decided she wasn't going to sleep in her bed, but we worked through it. So a long time ago we did taking care of babies, and I am so glad that we did, because I still have like the workbook, and obviously she has a really good website with some free resources as well where you can Google different questions. So tonight we kind of looked through that again, because at bedtime she was exhausted and she's been cranky pants all day. Like she was ready to go to bed at 7, and she laid in there for probably maybe like 4 or 5 minutes, and then she started crying. So after a few minutes of her crying, I went in and like put her passies back in the bed with her, because of course she loves to throw them out, and she throws her lovey out. And I laid her back down, and that just added fuel to the fire. She was even more pissed. And so then after like 10 minutes, I just couldn't take it anymore. And like today has been so rough with the fussiness and crying and screaming for like no reason. So I was kind of like at a breaking point a little bit, and I completely like lost it, and I went and got her, and we snuggled on the couch for a little bit longer while I Googled some of those taking care of baby tips. And then I put her back in there at like 8 o'clock, thinking that maybe she didn't have enough time from when she woke up from her nap at 3:30. I was thinking she didn't have enough time between 3:30 and like 7 to really be able to go to sleep. So we waited until 8 to put her back in there. We got the sound machine going, which we haven't used in a really long time. And we really like followed through with not handing her the passies, just putting them in the bed, giving her a kiss on the head, and then leaving really quickly. and I only went in twice. And then the poor thing, she fell asleep standing up. I'll insert a picture of that here. It's adorable, but really like so sad. And then like 10 minutes later, she laid down and has been asleep ever since. So hopefully she sleeps mostly through the night tonight, because for the last like week, we've been sleeping on the couch because again, like she just wants to be on top of me and she's tossing and turning all night, and it's too much for her to be in the bed with me and West like together. It's just too much. So I just go to the couch so that he can actually get some real sleep. Yeah, so that's pretty much the update there. My doctor did actually change my thyroid meds. So the medication I was on was called Nature-Throid. I haven't been on it for a couple of years at this point, but recently the FDA recalled it because instead of being like 90% sure, pure, it was like 89% or something to do with the purity of the medication. So she actually decided to put me on liquid compounded suspension thyroid meds. So I have to take 2 different suspensions in the morning, and then I wait an hour before I can eat or drink anything. The ones that I'm doing is T3 and T4. I do a milliliter of the solution underneath my tongue. It's of each solution, so they're separate because it's compounded. So I have to put that underneath my tongue and kind of wait for it to like soak in a minute, and then I swallow. I'm hoping I'm doing that correctly because it's just like a lot of fluid under my tongue to be like absorbed, if that makes sense. But I have noticed like a decent improvement in my overall like energy level in the morning. For example, the first day that I took it, I didn't even feel like I needed coffee, which is like a big shocker because I've been drinking coffee like every day for probably a year at this point. And I did also finally get a Keurig, and quite honestly, I am loving it so far. Like it's working so much better for me, and I'm saving a ton of time and money, and I'm liking it much better than Starbucks, but I am still kind of like playing around with the exact coffee pods that I like. So that's kind of everything for like health updates at this point. But I am really hoping to take my YouTube channel more seriously. And I'm not going to say hoping, I'm going to say I am going to take my YouTube channel more seriously. I really think that it would be amazing if I could do this full time and, you know, not have to work out of the house 40 plus hours a week and be away from Sealy. And it's so hard to work and try to come home and cook dinner, but also get her to bed on time and her be clinging to me because I haven't been with her all day. I mean, not that like stay-at-home moms have it easy at all. It's just being a mom is hard in general. There's just like different things that are hard, if that makes sense. And from the beginning, I have always like wanted to just stay home with her, but because of student loans and, you know, paying bills and all of that, like I have to do it. Like I have to work. I don't have a choice. So I am hoping to get you guys out some good quality content in the upcoming weeks. If you have any videos that you would like to see from me or any topics that you would like to see, please put them down in the comments below. And again, follow me over on my Instagram. I am more than happy to message people over there or talk about different things. I think my next video might be a unicornuate uterus Q&A, because I get a decent amount of questions on my videos, or like people messaging me saying like, how did you do it? How did you get pregnant? Blah, blah, blah. So I think I might just make like one video for all of those questions. That way, if people find my channel in the future, they can also have that video as a good resource. So there's that. I'm hoping to also do some sort of like gift guide, or maybe like Celie's Christmas list type of video going too. Again, you know, if you have any suggestions, I am more than happy to take them. Leave them down in the comments below. And I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. It's been a long one. Hopefully you stuck with me this long. Give me a thumbs up if you have, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!